Well, a short walk from Pioneer Square is Seattle's nearly completed Waterfront Park. It's 20 acres of public space, including an elevated walkway connecting Pike Place Market to the waterfront. All summer long, there'll be free music and activities celebrating the park's grand opening season. Here to fill us in on what's going on is Yoon Kang O'Higgins from Friends of Waterfront Park. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
This is exciting.
Yes.
Wow, okay. This project is 20 years in the making. How does it feel that it's finally here?
It feels both unbelievable,
Yeah.
exciting, and also it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You didn't even say exhausting.
Yes, exhausting.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, tell us more about the vision behind transforming this space that was the old viaduct into this waterfront park.
Yeah, so it actually started back in 2001 when the Nisqually earthquake happened, and so that damaged the seawall along the waterfront, and that gave actually the city an opportunity to rethink what are we going to do about this waterfront. So. Fast forward, and the conversation became about the viaduct, which also was damaged and needed some work, and it became an opportunity for the city to rethink what could happen there. And in 2019, for those of us who've been there, because I keep meeting people who've never seen the viaduct went down, tunnel happened, and this became an opportunity to really reclaim that space back into public park.
And if you weren't here when the Nisqually happened or ever saw the old viaduct, it's hard to believe the difference, but it really is gorgeous. So what are some of the features of the park that you want us to know about?
There's so many, and for those for people who've come visited, many have seen Overlook Walk, which connects Pike Place Market down to the waterfront, and I can't overstate how amazing that is.
It
because
is beautiful.
Working at the waterfront, probably one of the most common questions we had before that was, how do I get to Pike Place Market, which is so close to the waterfront, but it was not actually easy to get there.
It was not at all.
And then for folks who really mourn the loss of the view from the viaduct, Overlook Walk gives you that exactly at that height down to the Sailor Sea and over to the mountains. But there's so many other features. There's Habitat Beach. So there's now a beach right next to Coleman Dock. And so I love seeing people just sitting there, just enjoying the view, sitting on the rocks. There's new public art. Folks may have seen a type of longhouse structure, which features wood carvings from both Muckleshoot and Suquamish wood carvers. And there's more art to come, like welcome figures from Sean Peterson. It's
beautiful how you've incorporated our history and the history of so many of the tribes into this waterfront park and the whole project itself.
Exactly. Yep. And then there's other features, which is many folks don't realize that it's, as you said, 20 acres, but it starts a little bit north of Pier 62 and goes all the way down to the stadium district. So there's an area there, Railroad Way Plaza. And
so don't just stop at the market.
No, and you can walk, you can ride your bike. I mean, there are many ways to just enjoy a really continuous connection along the waterfront.
And we mentioned nearly finished.
Yeah.
What's left?
So Pier 58, you can see it now. It's pretty exciting. There is a giant jellyfish playground there, and that is coming to completion. And the end of this summer, late summer, we will have a celebration, a grand opening celebration. But all along the summer, we are having hundreds of programs and events.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah. So actually, May 31st will be the first 5K. It's called Meet Me at Waterfront Park 5K, and that is a little bit of a nod to the thousands of Seattleites and folks from all around the region that came to walk the viaduct. This is to say, walk along again. We're closing part of Alaskan Way for folks to enjoy the park, but for those who want to race, you can race. For those who just want to stroll and roll, you can do that too.
Or just go to Overlook and watch.
Exactly. We'll have music, we'll have DJs, we'll have art making, so folks can enjoy it in all different ways.
And all summer long, you're going to have music and special activities.
So we kick off during Pride Month. We have Indigiqueer. We have Soul on the Water with Africa Town. We have the first ever Disability Arts and Pride Festival coming. We've got Salmon Homecoming, who's been that is an incredible event that's been happening here for about 30 years. So we'll have that again.
And tell me what it means that this park is for all, because that's been all along the goal. And how have you incorporated inclusiveness
Yeah.
into this,
Yeah,
and
and it's
accessibility as well.
Yes, and something that you said earlier, that we are both really cognizant of the stories of the waterfront. You talked about the indigenous histories and the thriving communities here now. And I think what's really incredible and important about Waterfront Park, it's an opportunity to both know the stories and the histories. There's important and dark histories along the waterfront, whether we talk about the pathway of Japanese American incarceration, about Chinese exclusion. We have those stories. We don't run from them.
They're important.
And yet we come together and say, let's create some more stories, some celebrations, and really celebrate that this is our community, and really celebrate the communities that are here, the stories that are here, and have a beautiful space for folks to come and enjoy. Yeah.
You can feel the passion coming off you, and you want to go. And we should also say there's shuttles, free shuttles.
Yes, so we just kicked off a free a free waterfront shuttle, which is fantastic. So it kicked off a couple weeks ago, and it is free, and it loops from Seattle Center and goes down to King Street Station. There's also an added hotel loop, because we know there's a lot of folks staying at the hotels coming, and that will be happening all summer long into September.
So no excuse, however you get here. I'm excited. It is really stunning.